Hello everyone, my name is Atya and I'm your trainer for today's session. Today we start with a very exciting journey of our lives as we take our first step towards the path to success. Today we start with a very critical program, that is Josh. What is Josh? Josh is an initiative to help you realize your dreams. It's a soft skills program which will prepare you for a global career. The whole program is based upon a dream that you may have, a dream that we have, a dream that your government has, and the dream that our country has. A dream to see you be successful in life. But before we move forward with today's session, we need to answer a couple of questions. First of all, do we really believe that we need to improve upon our soft skills or our communication skills? Do we really believe that by improving our communication skills and soft skills, we are going to get better opportunities in life? And do we really believe that once we have improved upon our communication and soft skills, we'll be able to realize both our professional and personal dreams? And do you really believe that if you are better groomed, you'll get more opportunities in future? These are some of the questions that you will need to answer for yourself. But first of all, a lot of you may have a question in your mind that why is English so important? Why is there a whole program built around this? So why is English so important in India? So let me give you a couple of facts. India is a very diverse country and it has more than 17 languages and more than 800 dialects. However, there's one language which binds India together, and that is English. English is also not just the language of the corporate sector in India, but even in the government departments, all the communication or most of the communication happens in this particular language. Also, it is the global language. It is globally accepted as a language of all business. Besides this, there are countries like Russia and China who did not lay so much of importance on developing this language earlier, but now, realizing the importance of this language, these countries are spending millions to get their people trained on this particular language. So that's why English is so important to us and to the whole world. The next question that you may ask is, what are soft skills? We all know that each person needs to have various kinds of skills in them to be able to get a fruitful career or a good career. We know about the hard skills. What are hard skills? Hard skills are the functional skills. For example, if I am a doctor, I need to know how to do a surgery. Or if I'm an engineer, I will learn about how to make a bridge or a building. If I'm a commerce graduate, I will know how to do accounts. So these are the hard skills. And we so often feel that if we do well in our academics, that's enough. Whereas that's not the case at all. In today's world, it is not the hard skills which will create a difference in your life. Of course, it doesn't mean that you don't have to focus on building your functional skills. What it means is that there's something else that you need to focus on as well. This aspect of your personality is called the soft skills. The skills which are people-intensive skills. How are you when you interact with different people around you? How are you with your interpersonal skills? How's your confidence? How's your body language? Are you good with it? How are your communication skills? Are you able to communicate effectively with the people around you? And also your attitude. How do you look at the world? Is it positive or negative? Do you have leadership capabilities? Are you able to inspire people around you? And very important, your problem-solving skills. How do you react in an adverse situation? Are you able to solve problems and be a part of a solution rather than a part of the problem? So you may ask, well, it's okay, we understand what soft skills are. But why are soft skills important for me? How do I benefit? Well, if you really want to know the answer, then soft skills are very, very critical for you, because they will help you take advantage of the emerging opportunities in the market. आज हमारे देश में ऐसी बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आ गई हैं जिनका हम बहुत अच्छे से एडवांटेज ले सकते हैं अगर हमारे अंदर सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की कमी ना हो. So we need to have soft skills to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. We need to have soft skills, or we need to develop soft skills within us to be able to build a rapport with our colleagues. We need to build soft skills within us to be able to become a global professional and to tackle adverse and difficult situations in our lives. One such opportunity which has led to us building this program for you is called BPO. I'm sure most of you would have heard, or at least some of you would have heard about this opportunity or this industry called BPO. The full form of BPO is Business Process Outsourcing. Today in India, it is one of the fastest growing industries. It is also the second highest foreign exchange earner for the country. This industry provides about 8 million jobs as of today to our youth, and it is expected to grow manyfold. By the year 2018, this industry is likely to employ more than 20 million people, 20 million youth. And can you imagine yourself there? क्या आप वो सपना ले सकते हैं? क्या आप सोच सकते हैं कि आप भी इस इंडस्ट्री का पार्ट बनेंगे? बिल्कुल पॉसिबल है. It is definitely possible for you, provided you groom yourself and you equip yourself to get into this industry. What do you understand by the BPO industry? BPO means Business Process Outsourcing. It means that a lot of companies internationally, all the big names that you can think of, and I'm sure you've heard some of these names like Microsoft, IBM, Dell, HCL, American Express, Bank of America, almost all these big organizations or multinationals outsource their work to another country or another company. Now, a lot of these organizations are outsourcing all kinds of work to our country. And we, in turn, execute these processes from here, from our country. And therefore, there are these millions of opportunities being created in our country. So just to understand simply, business process outsourcing means when the work is outsourced from one company to another, it may be across geographies. For example, it may be from America to India, or Europe to India, or Australia to India. Any country may outsource the work to our country, or it may be from one company to another company within the same geography. For example, a telecom company may outsource its customer care or customer service or billing or recovery to another company within the same geographical territory. So this is simply what outsourcing is all about. And the kind of opportunities within this industry are manifold. You may be working within this industry, but you may be working as a technical person in technical support, providing support for computers, ISPs, internet, networks, or you may be working as a bank executive within this industry, providing banking support. You may be working in accounts. You may be working with airlines. You can be working in this industry and servicing any industry from here. So now we understand that there is a big opportunity out there for all of us. But then, what are the skills that the industry is looking for? course, it needs you to have gone to school and to college perhaps. We do look at hard skills or functional skills. But besides that, what the industry needs is, it needs excellent communication skills or good English communication skills. It needs a good product knowledge. It needs a good process knowledge. And it needs a lot of empathy and patience. These are the skills that the industry requires or you need to have to be able to get a job in this industry. Of course, the product knowledge and process knowledge can come through your functional skills or through further training once you join an organization. But the skills which you need to have to be able to enter or put your foot in the door are the softer skills. So what is the concern? On one side, there are these immense number of opportunities, and on the other side, India is a country which has the largest number of graduates. Did you know that India produces the largest number of graduates in the world? If you talk about commerce graduates, we have maximum of them. If you talk about engineering graduates, we have the maximum number of engineers in the world. You talk about science graduates, we have the maximum number of science graduates in the world. So where is the gap? Why is the industry still struggling to meet its manpower requirement? And that is because though we produce the largest number of graduates and the educational levels are high, there is no focus on developing the soft skills. Very few of our people or our students go into professional courses, and if they get into a professional course, it does help them increase their employability. But that is a very small strata of our student community. Even in the professional courses like engineering and masters, say in business development or any other similar course, there's still a big need to emphasize on the development of softer skills. So what is the need of the hour? So what is the need of the hour? The need of the hour is to increase the employability of our students, to help them build soft skills as functional skills are not enough. Also, to make our students aware of the emerging opportunities for them, and to create a very robust placement cell in schools and colleges which will help the students get better placement opportunities. So, the governments of certain states, including Punjab, have come up with a master stroke. In Punjab, this is going to be called Josh. A soft skills program which will be statewide in nature and will reach every nook and corner of the state. Every small village, every small town, every big city in the state will get exposure to this program. So no matter where you are in the state, you will have an opportunity to learn through this program and groom yourself. So who is the target audience for the program Josh? The target audience is you, the class 11th and 12th students. And moving on further, it is also the college students. So what is the implementation methodology, or how is this program Josh going to be implemented statewide? We have a three-pronged approach for this program. The first thing is that this program broadcasted throughout the state through the EDUSAT network. For this, standardized e-learning modules have been created. These modules will cover an entire range of topics related to soft skills development. Secondly, there will be ILT or instructor-led training for the teachers of your schools. A selected group of teachers would be trained by the industry experts to be facilitating this program in your school or your institution. And in the third step, there is a highly customized software which would be provided to help you practice further. And the third aspect to the program is a very highly specialized and customized software which will help you practice whatever you've learned through the e-learning modules broadcast through EDUSAT. This software will be available in your schools and institutes for you to practice at any given point of time. This would be installed in the computer labs and you need to go and practice on it to become perfect or to master the concepts that you will be learning in your sessions through EDUSAT. So when we talk about the e-learning modules, these are 40 to 45 minute sessions which you will be able to watch in your school or college in your EDUSAT lab. Each one of you will have to attend the program regularly. The program comprises of 100 sessions on improvement of English communication and development of soft skills. Besides this, as I've already mentioned, a lot of your teachers are going to be trained in facilitation skills. So if you have any kind of doubt, you are supposed to discuss it with these teachers and they will be helping you with the program as the program rolls. And as I had already mentioned earlier, you will practice on the software which is provided to you in your labs. Moving forward with all these three steps of watching the sessions, of taking help from your teachers, and of practicing with the software, we believe that you will be able to learn and improve and come out of your school as a global professional. Also, there is a lot of industry involvement in this whole program. For example, the content is all based on the requirement of the industry, and the industry has been consulted on the content before we brought the program to you. And of course, there would be future offerings within the same program. You might be exposed to more sessions as you go along in your academic session. So what are the modules that have been covered in this program? First of all, there's a huge amount of focus on English communication because I cannot emphasize it enough how important English communication is in today's date and time. So the whole focus of the program and the purpose of the program is to help you become comfortable with the language and help you speak the language. So keeping that in mind, there are a lot of sessions on helping you with your voice and accent. That means the manner in which you speak English. There's a lot of focus on communicative grammar. Now, I'm sure a lot of us get scared the moment we hear the word grammar. But I'm not talking about the grammar as we've done in our course till now. I'm talking about grammar in terms of communicative grammar, the way that we speak, the more natural way of speaking English. There's a difference in the conceptual grammar and communicative grammar. So you will come across a lot of sessions related to a lot of topics, grammar topics, but they have been dealt with in a very interesting manner with a lot of activities, fun games and exercises. There are a lot of sessions which focus on building your conversation skills. So in different situations, how would you communicate with others? So there are many diverse situations that we have taken, which are very real life situations. No. And we've built sessions on conversation skills around these situations so that in case you come across these situations, you will know exactly how to tackle them or how to communicate in those situations. Then, moving on, we have a lot of sessions on soft skills. For example, your body language, your telephone etiquette, your grooming, which becomes a very, very integral part of your personality. Things that we might have not really considered till now, things that we may not consider important at all. How do you sit? How do you talk? What is your posture? How do you dress up? All this is a part of your personality, and to be successful, you'll have to pay relevant attention to these aspects of your personality. And last but not the least, in our program, we focused on helping you build your interview handling skills. Because the entire objective of this program is not just academic. The entire objective of this program is to take you through to a level where you can become employable and can crack an interview with a very good and reputed company or a multinational. So what are the benefits of this program called Josh? Well, to start with, this program brings a very high quality training to every nook and corner of the state. Some of the trainers, in fact most of the trainers who we have deployed for this training program are highly skilled trainers, especially in the field of training of accent and soft skills. To be able to get training from these trainers, a person might have to travel to a metro city or at least to Chandigarh. But this way, using the EDUSAT program, we have been able to take this high level of skill to every part of your state. Secondly, this program will increase your employability. Most of us, unfortunately, do not think about our careers till it is too late. A lot of us just go through our school and college without knowing what is our dream or what are the opportunities available to us. We go through class 10th, 12th, graduation and so on without really having an idea as to what we want our careers to look like. I hope that through this program, we are able to give you that direction. We are able to make you think about your careers. We are able to make you think about the possibilities that lie ahead of you. And we hope to put you on the right track so that you can think about the opportunities and plan for them and prepare for them. Besides this, this program aims at giving you a possibility attitude, an attitude which says, yes, I can. So how are you going to go through this program? How are you going to imbibe this kind of learning? First of all, you will be provided with some workbooks. Each one of you will be given a workbook which relates to the program. You will be going through at least a couple of sessions every week in your EDUSAT lab. You'll have to make sure that whenever you go for this session, you carry your workbook along. All the content and exercises are given in your workbooks. So please make sure you do not forget your workbooks while you go for your class. But remember one thing, it'll be only once in one academic session that you'll get to attend a particular session. So what do? During this session, you will get exposed to the idea. You may be able to get some practice and learn something out of it. But will that be enough? No, it won't be. You'll have to practice further. And for this particular practice, as I've told you earlier, there will be a software provided in your labs. Also, while you're going through this program, please remember to speak out. There are a lot of activities where the trainers will ask you to repeat certain things after them. So please don't just sit there. If the trainer says, repeat this word after me, say it aloud. Repeat the word after the trainer. That is how you're going to build your spoken communication. Also, there would be a lot of exercises in your workbook. And when the trainer asks you to do those exercises, please make sure that you do them in your workbook immediately, on the spot. So make sure you go to the class with your workbooks and with your pens. And never forget your workbook. And don't miss a session, because if you miss one session, you'll not be able to see it again ever. So please be there every time and on time. And make sure that you are in your class at least 5 to 10 minutes before the program is aired. In case of any doubt or difficulty, do not hesitate to ask your teachers, who are your facilitators, or your fellow students. There's a very famous saying that if you want to change something about your life, you'll have to change the way you live. Putting it in other words, a man cannot change his destiny, but a man can change his habits, and his habits will change his destiny. I hope you are able to get what I'm trying to say. It's all very nice to talk about the great opportunities that are out there for us. It is all very nice to talk about a dream that we may have for ourselves. It may be very nice to talk about a program like Josh, which is going to help you attain your dreams. However, are we really ready for it? Are we willing to bring about a very critical change in our lives, in our habits? Because that is what is going to create a difference between the achievers and non-achievers, your habits. So let's look at some of the habits that we need to inculcate in ourselves if we want to achieve this dream. Would you like to change? It's never going to be easy. Change is the only constant in the world, but unfortunately, most of us don't like it. But to be able to grow, we have to change. So let's talk about some winning habits that we need to develop in ourselves. The first thing that I would like to focus on is believing. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your dream. And you need to believe in the magic of this program. Once your belief is true and real, you will be able to walk this path without too much of difficulty, because it is your belief which is going to spur you forward. Next, you'll have to develop a habit of reading. Unfortunately, we do not read as a generation. The only thing a lot of us read are textbooks. Now that is not the kind of reading I'm talking about. Reading books which are out of your course, reading novels, reading newspapers, reading a lot of magazines. It's going to help you in many, many ways. First of all, of course, it is going to help you develop better communication skills or better understanding of grammar. But it also helps open up your mind. It helps you to express yourself better. It helps you know more about the world, so that if you are in a situation where you have to talk to people, you at least have some ideas to share. You at least have some things to discuss. And this would definitely help you score points in any situation that you are in. So you'll have to promise me that you will develop a habit of reading. A lot of you may be getting, say, vernacular newspapers in your homes. Some of you may not be getting any newspapers in your homes. So you need to ask your parents to subscribe to at least one English newspaper. And I say English newspaper because we all can speak our vernacular language. We can speak Punjabi, we can speak Hindi. We do not have so much of a problem with that language. We need to focus on building English communication skills. So therefore, one thing that has to change from now is you have to develop reading habits. The next important habit that you need to develop is writing. Now, the only time we write is when we are writing our exams. Now, that's not enough. Or if the teacher gives us an assignment to do, we have to do it. We have to write. But that is not enough. So, from today, you have to start writing outside your schools. You have to, a good idea would be to start writing a personal diary. So every day at the end of the day, when you sit down, you can take 5 or 10 minutes and write about your day in English. How have you spent the day? What were the important things that happened on that day? Did you meet someone? Did you meet someone special? Did something special happen at school? Were you not happy about something on that day? Whatever has happened during the day, just in simple terms, write it down. Make sure it is in English. Another important habit that you need to develop is speaking. It's very good to read, it is very good to write, but the objective of reading and writing is to help you speak and communicate. A lot of times when I meet people who are just out of school or college and I share with them that they need to improve upon their communication skills, I get a response that they cannot speak in English because they don't get the environment. Because nobody in their school used to speak in English, nobody at their homes was talking in English. So therefore, they also feel hesitant to use this language. But my friends, the time for excuses is over. You are the environment. You have to make your own environment from now onwards. So within your class, as all of you are going through your soft skills program and communication program, you will have to start speaking in English. So you can start with small little sentences, maybe just a greeting. If you have been wishing your teacher by saying namaste or sat sri akal, you can start from tomorrow by saying good morning. So start by making small sentences, short sentences, but start. Take that step. Don't hesitate and don't make fun of your colleagues or your course students while they start speaking in English. It is not a leg pulling session. We all may go wrong at times in our pronunciation or in our grammar, but help each other. Start speaking in English in your school, with your course students, with your teachers, and if possible, with your brothers and sisters, and even with your parents, and start now. We are emphasizing so much on learning how to speak in English. And all of you, though you have some exposure to English, you still find it very uncomfortable to use the language in your speech. Let me give you an example here. How many of us have ever bought a pair of shoes which pinches us? Pinches means जो काटते हैं. हम सब ने कभी ना कभी एक ऐसा जूता पहना होगा जो हमें काटता है ना? Then what do we do? Sometimes we take some wax and rub it on the shoe. Sometimes we put a band-aid there and we wear the shoe again. And sometimes we just keep it back thinking, जब पार्टी में जाएंगे तब पहन लेंगे. And then when we are going for a party or a special occasion, we take out those shoes again and we put them on. And what happens? Again, they pinch. Don't they? But on the other hand, if you keep wearing them regularly, if you soften them by usage, you get very comfortable in those shoes. They stop hurting anymore. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you during this program. Some of you will feel very hurt. You will feel the pain while you try and speak in English. And you will say, well, fine, I'm going to keep it for the time that I go for the interview. But remember, my friends, if you do not use it now, if you do not use it regularly, every day, and become comfortable with it now, it's going to go on hurting till the very end. And you'll never get comfortable with this language. So therefore, try and use it as much as possible. Another very important step in this direction is listening. Remember that today you can speak your own language, which may be Punjabi or Hindi, only because you happen to listen to that language from the time that you were born. Had you been born in a place where English would have been the native language, you would have been speaking in English. So, the maximum learning or the first step towards learning anything is by listening. So make sure you give yourself a lot of opportunity to listen to English. How will you do that? I am quite sure about one thing, that a lot of people will have television sets in their homes. And today we have Tata Sky and Dish TVs and a lot of satellite TV channels. So all you need to do is every day for half an hour, you are going to listen to English news. Every day you are going to watch an English program for at least half an hour. Please Do not spend the next 1 year watching soaps on TV or just listening to songs on TV. Try and invest this time, at least a part of this time, in trying to learn and imbibe this language. So, if you have to watch English news. If you have to watch a movie, at least once a week, go to Star Movies or go to any other movie channel, English movie channel, and watch one English movie. If you have to listen to songs, try and listen to songs which are in English. Also, there's one more very important aspect. I would say listen, but do not listen. Now, what does that mean? When I say listen, I mean to say focus on how the words are being spoken, on how the sentences are being constructed. Focus. Listen carefully. Analyze the information. But when I say listen but don't listen, it means that you do not really have to sit and focus on it. However, just play a song in the background. Let the English song be playing in the background while you go ahead and do your household chores. Or maybe while you're playing outside, just play the music on your phone. Just let the words go into your brain. You do not understand the power of your brain. It grasps things and it stores them. And it helps you use those things or that information at the relevant time. So listen is important, but I say listen and do not listen as well. So both of them are two different things. Another thing is build upon your vocabulary every day. Buy a dictionary. Every day, if you hear any word, even one word on TV, for example, or if you read something and you come across a word, the meaning of which you do not understand, open up your dictionary and immediately look up the meaning. But that's not enough. Once you've looked up the meaning of that word, please make sure that you use that word in your speech on that very same day, in some conversation with someone or the other. Only then will you be able to internalize that word. So make sure that you use that word on the same day. And of course, you use it repeatedly over a period of time. One more important aspect is that during this program and the sessions that you attend, you will be required to do a lot of home assignments. Now, these home assignments are not the typical home assignments where you have to go back home and wrote a lot of books. Wrote a lot of books? No, I'm not talking about WROTE wrote. I'm talking about ROTE wrote, which means रट्टा लगाना. इस प्रोग्राम में आपको कुछ भी रटना नहीं है. This is the program which has to be learnt and imbibed and internalized through regular practice. So these home assignments would be something like go home and watch an English news and take down some words related to a particular sound. Or go home and listen to a nice English song and derive something out of that. So this is going to be all about learning, but in a fun way. There's going to be no burden on you. There's not going to be an instance where you have to go back home and prepare for the exam. However, this program does prepare you for a very big exam, and that is life itself. For all of us, we all have one thing in common. As human beings, we all aspire to be successful. We all aspire towards a better future, and we all want to see ourselves do better in life, professionally as well as personally. And this program is that tool that you can use to make yourself proud, to make your parents proud, to make your teachers proud. So remember, change is painful, but it can mean progress and growth. I don't say that it's going to be easy for you to change, but without that, there's no option. So never give up. Keep moving forward on the path to success. Josh is a very big step towards that objective. So all the best for all the sessions to come. I hope you learn and you achieve what you desire to achieve. Take the maximum from these sessions and build your career. And yes, do remember, Don't forget to wear your English shoes every day to school and to wherever you go. All the best. Take care.